All right, everyone, welcome to Granger Defined. This week we're doing our teacher profile, and we are excited to have Mr. Timothy here with us. So, welcome, Mr. Timothy, to the show. We want to get started, and we've heard a lot of great things about your career path, and that's one of the reasons we wanted to bring you on to give you a chance to kind of talk about how you got into teaching and what you were doing before. So, could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, most of my life I've worked construction. I spent the vast majority of my life working construction, residential home construction, all the way to the last 20 years I worked at a municipal water agency where everything from installing water systems to maintaining the system, everything from the water tanks we see on the side of the roads to your home. Um, I have also, like I said, built homes. I had a few years where I sold cars. So it's been a multiple jobs
Sure.
while I was getting to here. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, that's kind of interesting because it seemed like you already had an established type of career, and then you were telling me just before the interview started that you got your degree a year and a half ago. So what was it that inspired you to go back to college to get your degree and then come here and teach?
Good question, and it's an interesting road. I have always dreamt of being a teacher. From the time that I was 22 or 23, this is what I wanted to do. But as life sometimes happens, I didn't find myself in that position. It wasn't until I started going to college a little bit later in my life that I realized that this is exactly what I want to do. I earned my associate's degree from Salt Lake Community College, transferred to Westminster College. I loved their program. And my bachelor's degree from Westminster College is a social science composite with a minor in history.
Okay.
And that's where I get the qualifications to teach all of the social studies. And then I stayed there for one more year, did my master's degree in arts and teaching from Westminster as well. It was just a decision that my wife and I quite honestly made. It's like, it's time. We need to do this. And so I quit my job after 20 years and became a full-time student.
I'm sorry. For me, that's amazing that you had a desire to teach, and after 20 years of working, you and your wife sat down and made that decision. And this is why we love the show Granger Defined, where we talk about teachers and administration and students, because you find amazing people that do that. And so for you, how is that? I mean, after making that sacrifice and making the decision to go back to school, do that, get your get your bachelor's degree, get your master's degree, go through that, has it been worth it?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Have there been times when I wondered if I made a mistake? Oh, obviously, of course. You don't make a huge career change like that and not sometimes wonder, maybe second guess. Absolutely no regrets, and I'm very, very happy that I made the choice. I made the decision, and I'm really happy where it's led me. Yeah.
Okay, well, we want to come back to that. We want to ask you in a little bit about those moments that have kind of made you feel like you're getting your teaching degree and getting your master's degree was worth it. But first, we want to kind of show people that are listening, the Granger community and students, that teachers are also human. So here's kind of just a fun question. What is something that you do in your free time that your students wouldn't expect? They say, "Oh, Mr. Timothy does that." What is that for you?
I ride my motorcycle.
Okay.
I have a road bike. I look forward to good weather, and every chance I get, I have 4 or 5 different friends, a couple of brothers-in-law who own Harley Davidsons,
Oh,
and
wow.
a couple of other buddies, and I like to ride my motorcycle. Several years ago, a buddy and we rode our motorcycles to Seattle and back in 4 days. So basically, we just sat on motorcycles all day for 4 days to ride up, to turn around, to come back. So yeah, I love to ride my motorcycle.
That's wonderful. I bet, yeah, I'm sure they wouldn't have thought, "Oh, Mr. Timothy and his biker gang of brother-in-laws." They wouldn't have ever guessed that, right?
Exactly. Yeah, got the leather vest and the leather chaps, and if I could, I'd grow my hair out. Anyway.
Oh,
yeah,
that
no.
is wonderful.
But
That
no,
is
I love to
wonderful.
ride my motorcycle.
Okay. Now, before we come back to those teaching moments, we wanted to just give everyone we invite to the show, we want to give them a chance to just send a message out to the Granger community. So what would you say to the Granger community?
Get involved. Stay involved. School, and especially at high school, doesn't end when you graduate. Stay involved with the school. Stay involved with the area. Support the school. It's a great atmosphere, and honestly, the community builds with support. So support the school, support the projects, support the plays, support the sporting events, just support the school, and then the school in return really supports the community. And so it's a hand-in-hand situation, so stay involved and get involved.
You know, that I love what you're saying, because that's true. As we've brought students on and talked to them on this show, they've talked about the things that they've done in the community, and we're actually kind of preparing to talk about, as this Christmas season comes, the great things that Granger's involved in. So we appreciate that. Now, we warned you we were going to come back to this question. So just kind of as our last question, could you just describe to us one of those moments that for you has shown you that becoming a teacher was worth it?
Yeah, and it's the moments that don't happen all the time, but it's those moments when sometimes it's a offhand statement or comment by a student, or a question, where it opens the door for a teaching moment. Where I'm teaching in the Freshman Academy, what I'm actually teaching is it's the skills for success and financial literacy. But when there's a question that's kind of almost off topic, but yet you can bring it right back into topic and turn it into a teaching moment that no textbook would print or write, or you really don't even foresee coming, but all of a sudden, as I say, the lights in students' eyes turn on. It's like, oh, really? I didn't know. And like I say, it doesn't even have to be topic specific, but yet it is future specific. And for me, I thrive. I hope for those moments. They don't come all the time, but those are the moments when afterwards, after class, I sit back and I say, that was a good day. That was a good discussion. I never anticipated it, but when it happened, you just have to go with it, and that's when the magic happens.
That's wonderful. You know, we're grateful for you coming on, and we're grateful that there are teachers like you who are looking to take those moments when the opportunity presents themselves and make them happen. So we appreciate that, and we're thankful for you coming on, talking about your biker moments as well as your teaching moments. We appreciate that. We also just want to remind everybody watching to like us on Facebook or become friends with us on Facebook, to subscribe to the Granger YouTube channel, and to follow us on Twitter. So thank you very much. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Mr.
All right,
Timothy.
thank you.